What's up everyone? I just bought house hack number 2 in this video. We're gonna take a little tour. I'm gonna share with you the numbers, and then at the end, I'm gonna share with you a couple quick tips for you if you wanna start implementing the house hacking strategy and start living for free. Make sure to watch until the end. Everything I focus on is implementing a strategic process to go from point A to point B. In my video detailing how to go from 0 to 100K net worth quickly, I showed how I am strategically moving to obtain assets by the end of 2021. I had one house hack at the time. Here's my second. Welcome, come on in. This is my new house. The goal with house hacking is to start with a property you can easily afford and work your way up. Do not focus on your dream house to start. My previous property was not nearly as nice as this one. The goal is to start with what you can afford and then work your way up the socioeconomic ladder at your pace. Come on up. This is the main level. Here's where we have living room to the right. We have dining room here as well. So if you want to really get creative with house hacking, you can actually turn this into an office. With a lot of people working from home, to me, this is an office space. And if you want to get crazy, you could turn it into a 7th bed. Follow me. We've got another living room over here. We've got a main level bathroom, half bath right here. For those not aware, house hacking is a simple concept where you buy a house with enough bedrooms to rent the spare rooms to roommates, and the rental income received covers all living expenses. I take this to the extreme and only buy houses where I will cash flow from day one. This house is nearly 3,100 square feet, has 5 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms, and has 3 levels. With a purchase price of $500,000, it's right on the borderline of being classified as a luxury house in Las Vegas. The house was built in 2013, and the build quality is really high. If you're not able to afford this type of house yet, do not worry. It will come soon enough if you trust the process. Welcome to the kitchen and I guess quasi dining and living room. They kept all the furniture here. I'll tell you all the numbers in just a minute, but I got a sweet deal on all this furniture. So the house is already furnished. Here's the kitchen, fully equipped. It has everything you need. All of the plates, dishes, silverware, everything. Large pantry over here, as well as all of the fridge and microwave and dishwasher all stayed. This is very expensive. What do you call this stuff? Appliances. These were very expensive appliances and they all stayed. So one of the benefits of buying is sometimes you run into a homeowner who wants to leave everything. Step 1 to successful house hacking is establishing stable income. For most people, this is going to be a W-2 job or something similar where you have stable employment. For others, you may be able to start a small business. One little tip for self-employed folks is to create an LLC taxed as an S-Corp so you can W-2 yourself. This will save you loads of stress when qualifying for a mortgage. Come on upstairs. This is where I have 4 bedrooms. As we reach the upper level to this house, step 2 to successful house hacking is to build your credit score to the upper level threshold as much as you can. Buy a book or 2 and spend a few weeks watching every YouTube video you can on increasing your credit score and then implement what is told. Credit is just an algorithm-driven system, so implement the strategies you learn about. For reference, I believe mine was a 778 when buying this house. As we get to the top, heading right, we go right into the master. Look at this beauty, everything included, TV, dresser, queen size bed. They have their own master bathroom as well as a large closet. We just toured the master bedroom, which reminds me that step 3 is to master your finances and be as frugal as humanly possible, giving you the ability to save for a down payment. Do not listen to the news. You can afford a house if you implement the correct game plan. My motto has always been to do whatever it takes to reach a goal, and so if you don't feel like you're on a path to home ownership, then it's time to get self-aware and change course or increase your workload. I'm telling you, once you get house hack number 1, the personal finance domino to a higher income will begin. The initial inertia is the hardest part. Heading down the main hallway, we have 3 bedrooms up here. They will be all furnished. They all will share this full bathroom. In each room, I just added queen size bed as well as a nice new dresser chest. One of them does include a TV that they left, but here's a typical room that I have. Step 4 is picking the right lender and real estate agent. You want a lender who's comfortable committing fraud so you can lie about how much money you make and get qualified for a larger house. Bonus points if his father has connections to the mob. Totally kidding. You should be communicating with a lender to find out exactly what they need from you to qualify for the house you want to buy. Lenders will give you a pre-qualification letter which will help you when presenting your offer. In some markets, it might be mandatory. And if you're in need of an agent, find one who flips houses and has experience with renovations. And if you're in Vegas, don't implement this strategy because I don't want competition unless you hire me as your agent. From that main level, we're heading downstairs. We're now at the bottom floor. We're going to first begin in what is the second master. This room right here has 2 closets, queen size bed that already came with the house. As well as their own master bathroom. Step 5 is picking the right house. You are limited by what you can afford, unfortunately, but the more bedrooms you have, the more rental income you'll receive. The gold in this model is found by completing full rehabs for instant equity or by finding a way to add another bedroom. When mentoring others, I don't focus as much on the specific house since I think that is entirely up to you what you want to do. You are purchasing a property, so it's best that you pick what you're most comfortable with and what you want to own long term. Cash flow is great, but I also want you to have some pride in what you own. You'll be a better landlord that way too. In high rental demand cities like Las Vegas, the more bedrooms the better, and stick with single family. In other cities, you may only want to go for as many as 3 bedrooms because the rental demand isn't there. And if you're in a city where small multifamilies are located in an area you'd like to live, then that might be the best option. And if you live in the Bay Area or New York, just move to a different city. One of the secrets to house hacking is always thinking about ways to add income. So when you look at this room, right now it looks like a large living room. It's open. This is the downstairs living room. Well, what do you see? Well, when I look at this house, and the reason why I wanted it so badly is because this is going to turn into a bedroom. So next time you see this room, this right here, this opening will be a wall with a door that I'm going to add. And then this location over here, this is going to be my studio. To give you an idea, this room is probably a 20 by 15. My guess is somewhere around 300 square feet. I have plenty of room for a studio back here with 2 walls that can both be used as backdrops for a studio. And then right over here, we've got plenty of room for what will be my bedroom. Sure, it's a mixture of bedroom and studio. This isn't for everyone, but for a guy like me who's single, no kids, I can do this. I'm going to utilize having a YouTube channel that is really successful in my bedroom while I'm living for free. Once you have purchased a property, step 6 is to find tenants. Every real estate investor will tell you their criteria for vetting tenants, but this is ultimately a process that you'll need to create. A lot of investors may disagree with me, but I can tell you that you don't really know someone until they move in. That's the risk of this game. This is a very high profit investment strategy, and if you manage tenants well, it's the easiest money you'll make. But the major but, if you don't, you will have some major serious headaches and problems. This is the downstairs laundry room. I haven't completed this step yet, but I will be cutting out the wall in this room to create a separate entrance into the bathroom located within the room next to me. A little awkward fit, but this will allow the new downstairs room to have access to a bathroom. You'll see that new room in just a second. Who's ready to see the numbers on this beauty? Purchase price $500,000, down payment was $25,000. Appraisal came in at $495,000, so an extra $5,000 cash to close. Adding closing costs of around $7,500 means total cash to close was $37,500. I purchased all of the furniture in the house from the previous owner for $3,500. That was a steal. Older couple wanting to move to Florida and downsize. Small tip out there, don't be afraid to include furniture in your offer. Add in another $3,000 for completion of a 6th bedroom and minor expenses around the house. Add in another $2,000 for additional bedroom sets, and the total cash out of pocket was $46,000. Total monthly expense time, mortgage, taxes, insurance is $2,471 and HOA is $30. Electric will average around $200. Gas, sewage, trash, water, I'll estimate $150. Internet, $150. Maid service, $180. Gardener, $80. My monthly total expense is $3,261. When I purchased this house, I estimated $3,500 per month in rental income. The rent you see includes furnished rooms and all utilities covered. I underestimated the demand. Let's start with the master bedroom. I posted the room for $950. 30 minutes later, I received an email inquiring about the room. He qualified and was a good fit. Let's move to the upstairs hallway bedrooms. My phone was blowing up from people wanting to see these rooms. I posted them for $750. I couldn't focus on my YouTube videos because of how many messages I was receiving. After filtering through people, I found 3 solid tenants at $750 each. Time to move to the downstairs bedroom. This bedroom will ultimately share the bathroom with me, but I posted this one as a room with a shared bathroom for $750. I found an awesome tenant later that afternoon. Time to unveil my new bedroom. I painted an accent wall, a nice blue to add some personality to the downstairs and to the entrance into the room. Double doors were a nice touch. The room is massive. One half is my studio for YouTube, and the other half is my bed and dresser. Only thing to add later is a full closet. The sliding door next to my bed opens up to a nice outdoor patio with some seating and a grill.
If you add it all up, I receive $3,950 per month in rental income. I'm cash flowing nearly $700 every single month. The principal paydown on my mortgage is around $700 every month for the first year as well. Let's break down the real return. $8,400 in cash flow, $8,400 in mortgage equity. I received $12,000 in net agent commissions because I'm an agent and represented myself. It cost me about $46,000 to get this house up and running, so the fixed return is about 63% for the first year. There was a model match comp that sold down the street recently for around $25,000 more than what I bought my house for, so maybe some built-in equity. If the house appreciates 2% year after year, which I think it will easily do in this area, then add another $10,000 per year. And when I move out of my room into house hack number 3, I will receive at least $9,000 per year for my current room. These are all variable returns or future income, so I don't include them in the returns just yet, but you can see that this is a 100% return easily if implemented correctly. It only takes a couple house hacks to reach a $3,000 to $5,000 per month net cash flow income. The biggest tip I can give for those wanting to do this is to figure out what culture you want to create in the house and establish it from day one. Affordable rentals are in super high demand right now in big cities. If you provide a nice house, include all utilities, furnish the rooms, and make the environment a fun house to live in, people will follow your rules. But it's incredibly important that you establish the rules from day one. Living with roommates is definitely not for everyone, but there are other ways to house hack without sharing bathrooms with strangers. My house, for example, I could wall off my downstairs and have a 2-bed, 1-bath unit downstairs and a 4-bed, 2.5-bath separate unit upstairs. You can convert garages into studios in some areas. You could buy a house with a casita. You can buy a duplex. The options are there. I hope this video was helpful or motivational to those of you who have reached out asking about house hacking. Best of luck to you. Thanks for watching.